Welcome to Business 302 Leadership and Personal Development. I'm your professor, Dr. Annie No, and in this video, I'll be providing a course overview as well as a tour of Canvas. So here we are on our homepage, and I have a couple of quick buttons here that will help take you to the major components of our course. And then just below are some brief instructions on how to navigate Canvas. The first button here is the Zoom link to enter our Zoom classes on Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m. The second button goes to the Zoom student hours, or you can schedule an appointment with me via email. I also have quick buttons for the syllabus and the discussion boards. At the start of each week on Mondays, I will send out an announcement so that you know what to expect for the week. It will appear in the announcement section up here, as well as in your email inbox. Additional announcements will also be made in class on Wednesdays during our Zoom sessions, and I will send out a recap and reminders message after class. Scrolling down, you can see the welcome video that you're watching right now, along with my email address in case you want to email me a quick note about anything at all. Since this is your first time in the course, you'll want to click on the Let's Begin button to take you through the course orientation and resources module, which I'll walk you through in just a moment. Scrolling further, you can also see the module quick links that will take you to each of the modules for this semester. So you can use these buttons to quickly access the specific week's module that you're working on. Or over here on the left side, you can click on the modules link, and that will take you to all the modules that are open in our course. For time management purposes, I recommend turning on the calendar for our course. Just click on the calendar button here, and when you see a list of your courses, make sure to check the box for Business 302. You'll also want to make sure to look at the to-do section over here on the right regularly so you know what assignments are due and when. Let's click on the quick access button to the syllabus here. Note that you can also get to the syllabus by clicking on the syllabus link in the navigation menu on the left. On this page is a brief introduction to our course, and here's the link to the PDF version of the syllabus that you should download and read carefully. There's also a brief course description along with the details, our course objectives and student learning outcome. But more importantly, towards the bottom here is the course summary. So I've already set up our entire Canvas course with all of the assignments so that you can see what is due and when, and therefore plan your academic schedule and personal life accordingly. I'll go ahead and click back. Now, since this is the first time in the course, we're going to go ahead and click on the Let's Begin button to go through the course orientation and resources module. This module should answer your basic questions about the course, and on this first page is a welcome message with a brief introduction, and it also highlights when we meet and reminds you to check out this module and review the syllabus. I also have a link here which will take you to a discussion board where you can post any questions that you have about the syllabus, and I'll answer those questions directly in the discussion board so that everybody has access to the same information. I also have some Canvas resources here in case you want a refresher on how to use Canvas, or you just want to learn more about Canvas so that you can use it more efficiently. To go through the module, just click Next through each of the pages, and you'll want to carefully read each component. On this bio page, I have my contact information, the Zoom student hours, as well as my background and my teaching philosophy, and a quick video about me. This page explains the weekly expectations of their course, and this course is structured using modules so that you know what to expect each week, and it will help you keep pace with the assignments. Now, while this class was originally designed to be fully on ground, it has been converted to a scheduled online course that meets once a week. But even with my on-ground courses, we didn't lecture the entire time. There was a lot of group work, discussions, and interacting with each other. So I've structured the course as best as I can to help recreate that live interaction. So prior to attending class, you are expected to read any course materials, articles, and readings, as well as carefully watch any assigned videos. You'll submit a reading post at the start of each week, and I review the reading post to check for your understanding, as well as answer any questions that you might have about the content. Our Wednesday class sessions are focused on application of your learning, so I won't be doing much lecturing. It'll be more application through cases, discussions, and exercises. And in the second half of the semester, you'll be collaborating with each other on a group project. So here's the general structure for each week. The reading post on the assigned readings and chapters are due on Sundays at 11:59 p.m. And then I spend my Mondays reading and grading those reading posts so that we're all prepared for our Wednesday session. Then on Wednesday, you're expected to actively participate in our class sessions over Zoom by engaging with me and your peers in exercises, activities, games, and discussions. After Wednesday, you'll be required to complete any applicable tasks or assignments that are due by Sunday. Note that some weeks will have additional assignments related to a team project in the second half of the semester, and only one member of the team needs to submit those assignments on the group's behalf. All other course materials can be found in the corresponding weekly modules, so everything you need is always packaged in these modules. You just want to go straight through them. Here's my assignment deadlines and late work policy. All individual assignments have a 1-day grace period. All that means is that you don't have to tell me you're going to submit something a day late or ask permission. If you need that extra day for whatever reason, just take it, and you won't be penalized for late work. Note that exams and group project assignments do not have a grace period and are closed after the due dates listed in the course schedule. If you need an extension, please contact me before an assignment due date if you have any extenuating circumstances so that I can accommodate. Note that I do accept revisions to all assignments excluding exams. So if you ever want to go back and improve on any of your assignments, I will accept those up until the last day of class before finals. Please note the caveat regarding my grace period. It's to be used occasionally when other obligations may take priority. Constantly submitting reading posts, tasks, or assignments late will impact your participation grade because that means you're not prepared for class. So even though I say there's no penalty to the assignments themselves because I'm grading that as part of your learning, it does impact your participation grade as it relates to preparing for our course. This course uses open educational resources, also known as OER. So these 3 texts here are the basis of our course, but I also have supplemental readings throughout the semester. So for convenience, I've compiled all of the required readings in this table here. That way, if you're trying to reference or go back to a particular reading, you can go to this one place to find everything you need. Otherwise, whenever you're in the weekly module, all of the applicable readings for that week are posted in that module under the agenda page as well as in the reading post. I also have a link here to show you some examples on student reading posts for our course, but we'll be talking about that in class. With this course being delivered online as well as through Zoom, there are some netiquette rules here on how to be scholarly, respectful, professional, and polite. So make sure to read through these guidelines as they are helpful for you when you're in this class, but also when you're in the workplace. As a discussion-based course, I have an explanation of what that looks like for our class, as well as what that looks like in the workplace. So make sure to read through these carefully, but what this ultimately means for us as a class is that everyone in the course will have the opportunity to facilitate a small group discussion during our Zoom class sessions. This will give you a chance to practice leading group discussions as you will likely be part of a group at work someday. In the first half of the semester during our Wednesday Zoom sessions, students will be put into breakout rooms in groups of 5 with an assigned discussion lead. I will be filling out the discussion leads and the groups down below. Most of these class sessions will have 1 or 2 opportunities for small group discussion. Following the class session, the discussion leads will complete a discussion board post reflecting on their experience of leading that day's small group discussion. In order to prepare yourself to facilitate a group discussion, you'll need to make sure to read the tips on facilitating effective group discussions. This link will take you to the website at Brown University, but you can also read it through the PDF version I've provided here. So once the student names are posted here, make sure to take a look, and if any of the dates conflict with something in your schedule, you can always switch with another student. On the first day of class, we'll be doing an exercise in breakout rooms to establish course expectations. Don't worry about doing this prior to class. I will facilitate this class exercise. MiraCosta has a wide range of support services. So we've got the Student Support Hub over here on the left, but I've also got different links here compiled to the different services that you can always use. Here is a learning preferences survey. It's a handful of questions so that I can make the necessary accommodations and adjustments to our course based on student needs. Here are some detailed instructions on how to set up some of the time management tools in Canvas, like the calendar and your notifications, and then also the to-do list. So you can take a look at this and let me know if you've got questions. I also have some tips to help you manage procrastination, so you can take a look at that. And at the end of each module, there'll be a page that lets you know you've completed everything in that module. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the modules at a high level. So I'll go ahead and click on the modules link here on the left. And so you can see we just went through this whole course orientation and resources module. Now there's a little triangle here that you can use to minimize or open up the module. I recommend minimizing a module that you've already completed so you don't have to scroll all the way down through all the content. And you'll notice I've got a module here for easy reference. One of the outcomes for our course is for you to come up with a plan for your leadership development, and I've broken it out into multiple assignments spread out throughout the semester. They come in the form of discussion boards, short essays, and different assessments. They're here for quick access, but in general, all assignments are located in their specific modules. So when you're going through each week, you'll see the specific assignments that are due. The next module here is another easy reference module. This is the group project leader interview, and all of the content for that is here. But again, you can find the specific components embedded in the specific week's module as we work through it. So don't feel like you have to go through all this content right now. In week 1, I offer the class agenda, and then below the agenda are the assignments due that week. So let me go ahead and show you what the agenda looks like for the first week. So everything you need to know about the week is laid out right here. Under the orange section is all of the prep items you need to do before coming to class. So for instance, you're watching this video right now. There's a short McCall's video that you also need to watch. And then you want to review these readings here, the syllabus, the module I just covered, and the tips on facilitating effective group discussions, as I mentioned before. Again, post any questions you have about the syllabus. But then you can see under the light blue heading, the agenda for our class session. And so on that first day, you're going to be doing introductions, and specifically, you'll provide your name story. Pick up an aspect of your name, could be your first, middle, last name, or nickname, and just tell us a little bit about it. Perhaps where the name came from, who named you, its origination. Now, you don't have to answer all these prompts. These are just some examples. Aim to keep your story to about a minute. And then in the yellow section down below, you can see all of the assignments due for the week. And these are all due the Sunday at the end of our week 1. So you'll notice that there's no reading post for week 1. You're just familiarizing yourself with some of the course materials. And then you can glance here. I do have week 2 open already. You can see that the reading post assignment for week 2, that's due on Sunday, August 29th. So you're doing the readings before our second week of class begins. I've got examples again listed here. You can see the class agenda for our second week for that Wednesday, September 1st, and then the assignments after that. So if you have any questions, just let me know.